Hello everyone, it's Aditya Formast and welcome to a new part of Let's Build a Futuristic House in The Sims 4. So yeah, this is what we've built so far in the previous 3 episodes, and I'm planning on actually finishing the entire exterior including the landscaping today, so we can finish the interior in like the coming 2 or 3 episodes after that probably. But yeah, before we start, I noticed that there's like some terrible like asymmetrical thing going on over here. So let me first put move objects on, and then after that I'll go through all the comments I found on the previous episode and my opinion on some of them, as yeah, there were like suggestions, and you know, suggestions are like perfect if you give them, but that does not immediately mean that I'm going to compliment everything or just implement, actually compliment. Yeah, fine that you're actually giving me tips, but I'm not going to implement, I mean, every yeah, thing that's being suggested, simply because I personally have like my own ideas of the house as well. So here we have actually fixed that, because that, yeah, asymmetrical thing just looked terrible. This does not look best either, as we still do not have like perfect symmetry. Maybe we could fix that by doing this. Nope, that looks even worse. I think I'll leave it like this. No one is going to actually notice that anyways, I expect. So someone suggested, what was it, that I should actually turn around the entire house so there would be more to see from the road. But I have 2 reasons why I'm not planning on doing that, because I mean, look at that view. If you live in this house, what would you rather like to see when you're at your huge patio? Like a cool looking natural lake or this ugly road? Second, the sun is actually coming from this side, which means that this is like the lightest part of the house. Over here, as you can see, there's quite some shadow, and in the shadow a house like nearly always looks a little bit less good than from the sunny side. So therefore I decided to build it this way as well. So thanks for your suggestion, but I'm not going to try not going to do that, simply because, yeah, mainly the idea of, you know, you want to have like your infinity pool facing like the lake side, not the ugly road side. So yeah, let me see. I'm going to just simply finish all the wall paintings, or adding all the wall paintings today. And I should definitely not add that one, because that's not futuristic at all, or at least that's like not modern enough. You know, I don't think much wood will be used in futuristic houses for some reason. That's just the feel I have. Maybe it looks cool if I indeed use that blue. I mean, that would be something new in the house. But I think I'm not, yeah, I could do that, but I think I'm not going to, because yeah, nope, I'm not, you know, because then I have to implement a little bit more of those blue colors, and then I don't really like to do that, because I kind of like the look of it the way it currently is. So yeah, also I get quite some comments on the fact that I've now changed like the roof and making it not like slant, or not like straight, well, making it from not straight to straight, I guess we could say, because as you can see, this is just a straight diagonal line. I think I personally really like that more, and I saw that quite some of you also really like that over the yeah, not so straight part. So therefore I'll be leaving it this way, because if you like it, I like it as well. And I must say, I personally just really like it myself as well. So therefore, I'm also keeping it. Alrighty, I think I'm now going to add some more windows, because we have not added enough windows yet. Let me see. Yeah, those could fit pretty nicely here maybe. And then I'm not going to do it like that. I have an idea, because I think that these ones would look pretty epic over here. And then I'll see whether I want to add something in the middle. I think I'll just maybe add something like this in the middle. There we go. And then I might add like a potted plant in front of that, just to give it a little bit more of like a homely feel. But I think I'll do that later on in this episode, adding like some like more detailed objects around the pool and just some seating areas. But for now I'm mainly working on the shape, or just like the basic things like windows and doors. And then a little bit later on in this episode you will find me doing those other things. I think I want to end this over there. Whoops. Let me see what it, because of course this is very much like very many windows. So I've got to find out whether I like that or not. I think I prefer to not have like that many windows, because you know we have very many windows at the lower level, and especially at the upper level we have very many windows, of course, with those cool new objects which we have, which is actually custom content, by the way. So therefore I think it's fine to have like the middle level not having so many windows. That's what I wanted to say, couldn't find the word. It's like really a hard word, windows. Nope. Let me see, because I found out about these, or actually Simply Nando also created these, or the recolorings of those windows. But I do see that they are actually, they seem to be dimmed, don't you? Don't you think? I think those are like dimmed windows. You have windows which don't change the color of the interior, or just don't change the way you look at them, but these are actually darkened windows, and I'm not sure whether I really want that. Maybe this works or not. Let me check that out. I've never used these ones actually, for some reason. Those look perfect. Yep, I'm using those, so that's fine. Alrighty, and then I'm going to make an entrance over here. I hope I'm not screwing everything up by changing that wall. Nope, I'm not. Perfect. Then I'm going to add 2 doors, just because you can. In the future you can have as many doors as you want. And then adding some basic windows, like these ones, in the middle of everything. By the way, I noticed that, you know, this Let's Play or Let's Build is going pretty fine, I guess we could say, but it's not going crazy. You know, that one day, like back in the day, I had that modern house Let's Build, which was at like exactly the same lot, I believe, actually. But that Let's Play went like crazy, or that Let's Build, I mean. Very many people watched that, and very many people were really happy with that series. This one people seem to like as well, but it's not as crazy. And now I kind of wonder, you know, what is it that makes you like a certain Let's Build more than like another? Is it just simply that not as many people are like involved with it and watching it simply because they have like less time? Or is it because, you know, I'm doing something wrong, or there's something I could simply do better? Because if there is, please let me know, because if you just like give me tips on what I could do better, I will do my best to actually, you know, try to do that, and in that way we will both profit. I mean, you will have like better videos, and I will have more people giving me like comments on my videos, which supports me and which just makes it much more fun, because having involvement with the viewers is just one thing which I really can't imagine that there are like YouTubers who turn off their comments. I mean, for like huge YouTubers, like I believe PewDiePie once turned off his comments, and his reason was like pretty logical, and he gets like enough comments via his Twitter and stuff. But I can't imagine that like a channel like mine would just turn off the comments, because, you know, you have like no involvement then you don't know whether people like it or whether people don't like it, whether you should continue doing what you do or you should change something. That's just what I would find really strange. So therefore comments are just really important, and I can't imagine people turning them off. But it would be cool if people would actually like comment a lot. And I recently noticed that on this series it has been a little bit less than normally. So therefore I wondered, you know, what's the problem? Please let me know. That would be awesome, because in that way you help both of us out, as I said. So yeah, here I guess I can just simply make that path, and then I will let me see, because I want to make like a cool path going around the house as well. But am I going to be doing that in this way? I think I am. This is going to be, yeah, this is like the most modern and futuristic way to do it, I guess. Oh, that's not really going well. There we go. Oh, how hard can it be to simply place some floor tiles? I mean, wow, I'm really having very many struggles there. Alrighty, Okay, there we go. Focus. Focus. There we go. Now it's going fine. Right. I hope it looks cool, because if it doesn't, I just spent quite some time on doing something which is not cool looking. But I think this is pretty fine. I like that. So furthermore, what trees will we have in the future? That's kind of a question I will at least not be able to answer, but I guess trees will not change that much. But I'm not going to add like palm trees to this house. I think, you know, I add palm trees to nearly every house I build, but therefore I should probably not add it to this house. But I think they look pretty cool over here in the entrance. Yeah, that would look awesome, in my opinion. Then, just as I said, leave feedback if you think those trees don't look cool or there are better trees which you could add. Please let me know, because if you let me know, the house will be better. I could add these trees as well, but I think I like those a little bit more yellowish yeah, ones better. Alright. Let me see, because I think, you know, in the future we want like a place to eat as well, but of course it should be like modern, because the future will for some reason be really modern. Well, pretty logical actually, but there we go, like totally white, of course. And then I will add some modern chairs as well. Okay. Yep, also fully white. There we go. That's looking fine. Is that area, is the spot I've placed it fine as well? I think this is. Here we go. Then let me add some. Oh, someone also commented whether I could possibly add plants in like these skylights, kind of, which are on the floor. And on the one hand, I was like, that's quite a cool idea, but I think it will become a little bit too detailed. So I did think your idea was really cool, and if very many people, other people also really like it, I will try it at least. But I think honestly that it's going to be a little bit too detailed, and therefore it will look kind of messy, and I honestly don't want it. But I must say your idea was awesome, so if you came up with that, thanks a lot. Because I did read it and I thought, you know, that's pretty innovative. But then I was like, but if I do that, what will it look like? And then I found out, I'm not too sure about that, whether I like that. There we go. Righty there, we've got the path. And let me see, because what would look better? It would look better when it's lighter, I think. There we go. It's lighter. Then, what should I add over here? Maybe I think I'll add a campfire for sure somewhere, because, you know, also in the future everyone will want campfires, and I mean that has been there for ages and it will never leave, or at least I hope, because I mean campfires are just cool. And let me see, will they actually be sitting on? Yeah, I think they will be sitting on stones instead of wooden tree trunks, I guess. So therefore, here we go. Yeah, awesome. And I think when we've got it lighter, well, black is pretty fine for that, I guess. Or maybe instead of this, those stones look kind of cool, but I think these chairs are like even better for this. I mean, that looks really cool. Those Japanese spa day chairs. Seriously, with spa day, so many awesome items came with that stuff pack. It was like, or game pack it was, I believe. That was really incredible. So many cool items, which I'm really happy with. And which I'm, like, I think, like, the spa day items might be the ones I'm using most of all the items so far. But I'm not sure about that. There we go. Then I'll change the terrain a bit as well, simply because we can, and that way it will look a little bit cooler. I'm not too sure about the shrubbery which I should add, because I simply don't want to make this house too detailed when it comes to the garden, but at the same time I still want to add something. But I mean, yeah, that's kind of hard. So If you have any suggestions on that, I'll just try something for now. If you like it, please let me know. If you don't like it, please let me know as well. Alrighty, we've got the entrance over there, but maybe I can add a fence, which I still find it really strange that you literally can't add a fence on the side of the lot. You can only add it like at 1 square away from the side. So if I would ever be able to like go to EA, that would definitely be something I'd ask them to fix, because seriously, it would be good if that would be fixed, because I mean, you have a fence and you can't add it at the side of the lot. I think they probably know it themselves as well, and they are probably trying to fix it, but for some reason I think there is like a technical difficulty they have, which is the reason that they can't add it. But I mean, I would actually force them to do it, because seriously, it just takes away very much of your space on the lot as well if you have to like do it in this way. Here we have the pool on the roof, which I think is really awesome as well. I mean, in this way you actually have quite a cool view of the city as well. So I must say, the view from this side is not terrible, but still I'm not changing the side of the house simply because this side looks better, I think. Though this side is pretty cool as well. But I think this side looks better and therefore has to be on the sunny side. Alrighty, then I'm going to add some plants, or at least I'm going to try to add some plants, and then in a modern way, and that's going to be hard, but let me try. Yeah, I don't know. I guess these are like some plants which I could add at the front, but at the same time I could also add like 2 of these trees at the front, kind of to create the same effect as we had on the other side. Alrighty. Yep, that's cool. Maybe a fountain over here. I'm not just trying to ignore the shrubbery simply because I have no idea what to do there. I must admit that. Okay, nope, I'm not adding that. Those walls are pretty cool. Maybe I could add one of those somewhere. Nope, I feel, yeah, they are cool, but they just look terrible. Well, terrible, they don't look nice enough, in my opinion. I'm not sure whether this looks nice enough, actually. You know, we're just going to, like, kind of a decent little statue. Nothing too big. In the future, everyone will be like, no one will be like, look at me, I have this huge statue at my house. They will just be like, yeah, just a nice little statue. That's it. I'm adding some more places where I can add shrubbery, and now I will have to. I'll start at the back. Because, yeah, in the future will like gardens be perfectly lined up, or will it still be the way it is today, that there is some logic behind it, but not incredibly much? Or it really depends on the garden, of course, but yeah, I guess 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. Because honestly, I don't find like extremely well structured gardens like the best. Some gardens which are like very minimalistic do look cool, but plants do have to seem like they are like alive. And in some gardens, I don't want too much of this in a house. Though I must say, if you have like a huge villa, having like a plant in the shape of an elephant is pretty awesome. But at the same time, I'm not sure what I would really like to have that at my house. But, you know, I don't have my own house yet. I'm way too young for that. But yeah, let me see. Adding just another table to add some more detail and liveliness to the house. There we go. And then I also want to add a barbecue. We do have yeah, there we go, barbecues. I was like, we did add barbecues to the game, right? Or they did actually, because I don't work with the game. That's cool, in my opinion. It really looks futuristic so far. I think the gardening might be like done already. Simply like, it looks like it's done, in my opinion. I think in this way we have like quite a decent garden. Adding this sofa on top of the roof will be cool, I think. So I will still do that. And then we will have finished the exterior in 4 episodes. So that's pretty good actually, in my opinion, because normally, as you know, Let's Builds can take really long when it comes to my videos. But this one didn't, or for the exterior actually so far it didn't. The interior can still take quite some time actually, but so far the exterior was pretty quick. But that's also because I really had an idea for what I was going to be building already. There we go, just some more plants, and then now we're done, and we're done with the exterior, and therefore we're also done with this new episode. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. As I said, please leave comments and like feedback on this episode and just the series in general. What could I do better and what would you like to see next? So thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and then I hope to see you back later.